Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, I had to come today to give you the tea on some behind the scenes stuff that's been happening. I've come armored. The sun is pelting outside and yeah, I've got my, that's Tilly Mud's water, she's going for a walk. Anyway, I've got my little snacks business so I can eat and hydrate myself in between. Let me give you a lot the story time. Yeah? Real life story time. Lord Father God, cover me during this story time. Lord, let me do it to the best of my ability. And so the audience can get the sense from it. And my little funny side will show into it as well, Lord Father, because I have to keep it a bit comical. Thank you, Lord, for your blessing. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for what you represent and who you are, Lord. We give thanks. It's in your son's name we pray. Amen. Yes, people. My mother nearly never left. And I'm going to try, guys. I'm going to have to try and my best to do it the English a little bit so my English audience can like follow the story and understand, because I know this story deserves me to chip into some patois, but I'm going to really try to so that my British audience more so can understand. So you guys nearly heard that my mom didn't come from Jamaica, like after the wedding, the flight missed her. And I'm going to be truthful. We had an insight that she didn't really want to come back to the UK. She kind of wanted to stay in Jamaica. But, like, it wouldn't have been safe for her, guys. It wouldn't have been safe for her because whoever she's going to be saying, that's going to be left into her care. Guys, it takes a village. For those who understand that, it takes an army. It takes a lot of people to look after my mother. No one person can look after her. Not even if it's me. Like, that ain't gonna last as long as a snowball. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm gonna give you the 100 tea and I'm gonna tell you like it is. No one person can look after my mother, and that includes me. So that's how bad. Yeah? No 2 person, no 3 person. It takes a village, it takes an army. Yeah? So let's just put that out there and get that clear. Right? And those with any sense would know that. Yeah, if you've been around my mom for 5 minutes, you know, it take a village. Yeah? So God bless the care home that she's in. God bless it. And we give thanks to all the staff and all the people. Because it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So anyway, when she keep telling me, oh, she's staying, I hope the camera don't overheat because it's like literally in direct sun. She's staying, she's gonna stay, she's been saying it like, I ain't been really paying her too much attention because I have chats with her as well. It's not like I'm trying to like lead her up the garden path. I had chats with her and I pointed out the facts why she cannot resign in Jamaica. Because, not being funny, Jamaica's where I'm born. I love my country, I love my people. Guys, I had to exit from outside. The weather wouldn't permit me to carry on the video. The camera overheated, which I kind of suspected. I was just like going along to see if it worked, but anyway. So as I'm telling you guys now, we know all the ins and outs, all the pros and cons, and even though she want to stay and she have the best interest and we would love if she could stay, knowing my mother, we know that it would be a grave error on our part as children to allow it based on past experience. Like, I'll give you the backstory a bit. When my mum was out there back on 14 and doing her own thing. Pull that door in for me, please. Thanks. Yeah, back on 14, she got herself into a right situation where when she had the injury with her foot, that she stepped on a nail, she didn't do anything urgently about it. She didn't come back straight away. She had it there for some period of time till it got into a right state. Do you get what I'm saying? Led to future things like having her leg amputated. Those who know the story, know the story. So we know we're making a great error leaving her there. And because I experienced most of the stuff firsthand, you know. I mean, majority of my family has been there like back to back. Can't explain. Back to back and still living it. Those who live in Hampshire, those who live in that area that where my mom stay, because I live in Cornwall, I can't take any credit like for the people that still has to be there checking on her and making sure that everybody is aware that she does have somebody. So, you know, when people are aware of that, she will be treated with care, and care homes in the UK, I've never seen so much family go to one person in their lives, and I know, because I worked in care, so I know firsthand that they've never seen that before in their lives. All the visitation from every so often, we keep an eye. Anyway, so we knew that's going to be a great era. Anyway, my sisters took mom to Jamaica for the wedding, and the wedding was a successful wedding, and everything was like fine. But like literally, guys, the wedding ain't finished properly. It's like the same night of the wedding, mom starts with her, I'll call it antics. Yeah. For some reason, after the wedding, everybody kind of like come back to my room. When I say everybody, I mean like most of the persons that staying where I'm staying in the hotel, Holiday Inn. So they kind of come back to my room, and it was all there. And then mom friend, there's like a family member, he came back as well. When my mom's not there, he's the one that's looking after the house, like a portion of the house back home in Jamaica. So he came, and for some reason my spirit like said to him, oh, if you don't want to go back, not knowing that the bride was still there waiting for him, but it just came out my mouth like with very little control. Oh, if you don't want to go back, it's all right, you can stay here, because the bed is there, the sofa is there. Either I catch on the sofa and he catch on the bed with mom, or I catch on the bed with mom and he catch on the sofa. You know what I mean? So I said that. Boy, the night hadn't been over. First of all, mom said she kind of like feel hot and flustered from the day, so she wanted to be taken care of. This time I ain't taken care of. I'm like, okay, cool. There was like lots of in between stuff, but it'd be too much for me to go into it. Do you know what I mean? Even in that scenario, bear in mind, my mom was there in that room with me prior to the wedding. So I know firsthand, if I haven't seen her for a while, because like I said, the distance between where she stay and where I stay is distance. You know, I given her how many personal care when she wasn't well, like in the height of her illness, and I never had to go through. And don't forget, even when I'm there with her for the days before the wedding, I give her personal care and stuff like that. Wash her, like take her in the shower, wash her from head to toe. And I never had to go through this stress. This particular night after the wedding, when her people is there now, I couldn't get her to lift her hand. So I'm thinking to myself, so how am I going to be able to sort you out, mom, when you can't even lift your hand to assist me? What am I going to do? Magically clip my finger like this and you're going to be done and ready and in your pajamas in bed? What am I? I'm nowhere near not even Mary Poppins. So, hello? You know, this never happened before. So I'm starting getting a bit stressed and frustrated because she's showing up herself. Sorry. I'm in front of this man, and I'm thinking to myself, not even the mom, not even the man would step in and say anything just to like, if he's a family member, just sit there. Both of them now in my space and kananapo, that's a Jamaican word. That means nil pois, no words. So I'm there getting frustrated. One at a time I exit. Before we came to that particular time when I was like ready to get her sorted and in bed, I exit the room and I went downstairs and I got myself a burger and chips and eat and drink. Good job. Because if I tell you I was frustrated when I was actually ready to get her sorted and she wasn't cooperating, imagine if I didn't eat. I'd be like a bear with a sore head. So I'm there like Newman her joke, like sussing out like, what is this? This is what I'm thinking to myself. if I want to wee, thank God I ate. But if I want to wee, I ain't wee yet. I ain't de-makeup myself. I ain't showered. What is this? I'm like, okay. So I just step in and like say, Mom, what's going on? This never happened before. How am I going to get you your clothes if you're not cooperating? Then she's trying to make a point to say she's not feeling comfortable. I'm thinking, I'm your daughter. That's your so-called partner, whatever he is. What is the problem? Then she pointed out the fact that maybe if it was me alone or him alone. I was like, all right then, Mom. Well, then you need to use your word and let me know, because I'm thinking all is good. And if you're thinking otherwise, you can tell me, because if there's one thing that's perfectly fine with my mom, is her mouth. So I'm like, you need to let me know. I'm not a mind reader. How am I meant to know? So I'm like, okay, cool. So when she actually said that, we still had to go through the process of de-clothing her, because there was one point, instead of her de-clothing herself, she putting on all sorts of extra bits on her. Anyway, like I said, when we crossed that bridge, when we got the situation straight, I'm like, okay, Mom, it's fine, you know. Like, this is the person you said, if you were staying in Jamaica, they would be looking after you, so it shouldn't be any problem, blah, 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 blah. I said, well, you know, and I'm thinking, so when I said to the man that he can stay, why never you said to him, no, you can't, go? Huh? Why never you said that? Or say to me, oh, when I exit the room, you guys do what you need to do. None of that never happened either way. So that story never made sense. But I was like, okay, cool. You will within your rights to. Anyway, after that, she felt more comfortable, and we still do what we had to do to get her washed and in her pajamas and to sleep. So I thought to myself, maybe they're hungry like how I was hungry. So let me go and get them some food. When I go and get the food, I know my mother, because obviously we take some traits from her. When I go get the food wasn't looking as appetizing as mine was, but I was over it by then. When the man dumped the piece of dried out chips on the plate and all of these things. Guys, I'm just telling you, for real, I'm keeping it 100. Do you understand? When the man dropped the piece of dried out chips on the plate already, I already knew that it's going to cause some form of problem. But the man was acting aggy, and I never want anybody to like push me over the rail. I'm literally tilting over the rail already. So I never wanted anybody to tip me and push me over. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm bringing it. At least it's a thought that counts. So I brought the chips and the burger up. You want to see her face when she see the chips and the burger? She looking at me like, really? Is this what you're bringing me to Nyam? And I'm thinking, it's how much o'clock in the night? Is if you want to eat it, or if you're not hungry enough to force and eat it, well then, that's up to you. But that's my limitation. I am done. So now, I'm there fluffing around thinking, all of a sudden the situation's a little bit uncomfortable. I'm thinking, I want to go kind of like take off all this heavy makeup off me and get myself refreshed and in bed now. I'm started in two minds whether I'm comfortable in the room with her piece of friend all of a sudden now. Someday, and I went in the bathroom. All I can hear is them whispering. I'm thinking, what you two got to be whispering about? You know, I never been in a whispering situation. And when it comes to whispering, just make sure you lot tell me to remove myself. Because the whispering, yeah? When we was growing up, she's one of teach us every whisperer is a liar, every this, da, da, da. You know the rest of it, people out there. Whoever know out there can fill the gap. But she taught us that. So I'm thinking, what they got to be whispering about? I'm the one that's here, stressed out up to my eyeball. Then Mom's refreshed. Then she's going to tell me, when she was stressing me out earlier on about making her a hot drink. Then she's going to be telling me the drink weren't hot enough. Da 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 da, da 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 da, blah de blah de blah. All in all, sad enough, I just came out telling her I'll be back. I'll be back. Ha! I'll be back. The last famous word. I never went back, people. I never went back. Me? Because the room started swallowing me up. And when you're in a room and it starts either swallowing you up or your head going bigger and bigger, you know it's your exit, yeah? So you find whatever means you need to exit. And that's what I did. I exited. And when I go outside in the fresh air, I started feeling back to myself. And I thought, I ain't going back in that room. I ain't going back in that room for love nor money until morning. Yeah? Because when I need to kind of I know when I need to exit. And I know when I need to decompress or whatever the word is. I know. So I there now thinking, I can't go knock up my sister. My sister just get married and so she no time for me. And my sister, everybody got their hands full with in their own room. And even if I go in there, I know me. My head is still going to be swelling. So it's not a room situation for me. I need as much air as possible. So I start looking around now where I can go and catch myself. I'm thinking the beach. And that's where I'm going to lie. There's beach chairs on the beach. I'm going to curl myself up there trying to fall asleep. A little bit on the nervous side because I'm thinking, you know, vulnerable woman there. Even though it's a secure place, I'm still feeling a bit nervy and iffy about the whole me chilling on the beach for the night situation. And all I can roll back in my head is my children that I leave back in Britain. But anyway, I went by fate and I kind of fall asleep a little bit there. Then next minute in the morning, all I know, I'm saying in the morning, in the middle of the night, something woke me up asleep. When I woke up, who I see? Yeah? For sure that the Spirit of the Lord is a black cat walking up towards me. Yeah? A black cat. So me now, thinking to myself, now they come and find me vulnerable. Black cat come find me vulnerable now. I ain't even look in this direction. I just know that I see. And I started chanting what I need to do, my prayer in my brain. And down gaze my gaze and exit from there. Yeah? My prayer in my brain and exit. I end up at the poolside, people. I end up at the poolside. So now, when I'm at the poolside now, lying down there, you know how much people wake me up? Oh, you alright? Why are you not in your room? Da 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 da. One person like, oh, you alright? When I tell him I'm alright, I just had to run in with my mom and I just, you know, this is my bed for the night, whatever. Oh, do you need some company? I'm thinking, bruh, do I look like I need some company? Do I look like I need some company? Or I just want to be left alone? And bear in mind, no, this is after the glorious wedding that I've been to. They're singing and dancing. Drift, yeah? Yeah. Ooh, no drift. Yeah? Had a time of my life. Okay? For now, camping out on the beach, camping out on the pool. So, then, what that triggered to me in my brain, no matter how, is a red flag towards this person that my mom decided that that's who she gonna be there staying with in Jamaica if the plane miss her. Yeah, that's all that triggered in my brain. But anyway, I left it because I still had a few days and I decided I'm gonna be enjoying my few days. So, and then all sort of things. Anyway, in the morning, early hours, I went to my sister's room. Went to one of my sister's room. So when I went to my sister's room, thank God now she was up because I rang her. She was up and had her own situation, which includes my mom, that she had to be she was on one of the beach chairs by the time I circle back and find her. She was on one of the beach chairs, so I went there, me and her chatting, and I'm catching her up. Anyway, it's becoming to be morning now, so I said to her, all right then, I'm going to find my way back to this room. When I go to the room now, people, when I go to the room, my first initial instinct, something is not the same in this room. This is what my spirit is telling me. But I'm kind of like playing it off and thinking to myself, oh, maybe they're going to breakfast. Thank God I can shower in peace. Then I'm like, hold on a minute, Rose. Hold on a minute. Something ain't quite right here. So I'm like, okay, what isn't quite right, Rose? Apart from the fact that they're nowhere in sight. Rose, what else ain't quite right around here? That's what I'm asking myself. Then I noticed the clear space. Thinking, our suitcases is not here. Our suitcases is not here. I'm like, okay, raw. Something more serious has happened here. Apart from the fact that they may have gone breakfast. No. They can't carry the suitcase to breakfast, so thanks. And that's when I never alarmed somebody at the time. I went to have my shower in peace. I was like virtually skipping people. I can't lie to you, I'm just going to tell you like it is. I virtually start skipping. Foodaloo, go do my shower and decompose and rub off all of that makeup and unnecessary stress off myself and get myself back into a situation where I can function. So that's what I did. Anyways, I think what alerted me to go back to the room, my sister was saying to me, oh, we're all going to go to church this morning. in my mind, I was thinking I'm not going to go to church. I'm thinking, yeah, actually, I need Jesus at this point. I need to be going to church. So, follow up the story. So that's what initiated me to get myself back into the room and into a place where I can ready in peace as long as I want, so I can make it to church. And I know unless I wash myself and wash myself properly, my brain ain't gonna trigger in to say, yeah, Rose, church is the best place for you right now. Anyways, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go church. So I went back in the room, like I said, and done my thing and ready with my peace of mind. And then we start put two and two together, thinking to myself, oh, she's gone off with the man to the country, our country, our Catadupa. So like, all right then, cool. I don't know how she done it, but they're gone. He's kidnapped her, yeah, at this point, and gone. I was like, okay, cool. So once I distressed, I don't know if my sister called me or I called her, and I start giving her the heads up now that they ain't here, and they can't start filling in the gap saying that, yeah, maybe they're going to the country. Rah. Don't know what I'm seeing in the background, people, but you know what I mean? So, okay, cool. So they had a thing where they're probably going to meet at the country. They're going to go there first and start cooking, whatever. And then after church, we're going to go and link up with them. So I went to church. Thanks be to the Lord Jesus Christ. That was one of the best service I've ever been to. It was needed. Yeah? This was my brother-in-law's church that we went to. So we went there. Sister newly married, her husband, church. So we went there. And trust me, the whole family of us. Angelo, not now, I told you, I'm doing my video, so give me a minute, please. So go on, I won't be long. Don't mind him, I've sorted him out, so I can get my video on. So you probably think I'm going to be there. Anyway. So now, after church, we're heading up to the country where they are, right? It's where we went church, it's not too far from where they are. I made a whole day of it, I even vlogged some of it. Went to the country. Cut a long story short. Sorry. Cut a long story short. Hydrated ourselves when we're going to country. Stop. Getting up. Some of it I vlogged, some of it I didn't really vlog. I didn't even get to vlog the church. But it was all the discombobulation of it. I didn't even get to, but all I know, I was blessed on that day. And I was thankful. So we went to, after church now, we were heading to the country. So when I get there now, I get to the country. Me, my 2 foot didn't pass from like part of my sister's place. I didn't pass it to go over to where they are. I stayed right there. Everybody come. So my brother came to church, and most of the people that come from the UK to the wedding was at church. All I know I went and I stand in the yard. If my brother come with cake and everything, or was it banana bread or something like that, and we stand same place and get a slice and eat. I didn't put my foot 1 inch further towards wherever my mum was and wherever that man was. I didn't go. Anyway, I spent the rest of my holiday, and she was up in the country, and there's backstory of what was going on, that obviously she ain't gonna last there by herself with these people, because sometimes they just want what they want, and that's it. So she ain't gonna be safe. But then the most likely they keep her alive as long as possible to get what they need to get from her, and then God go with her. You understand? But I knew she weren't safe. So I spent my little time in Jamaica. When I came back to England, because I came back way earlier than everybody else. So most of the people. So when I came back, all of a sudden, I've got so much stuff to be dealing with family-wise, back to school for my children, regulating my yard, making sure that I catch up on trying to feed up my children, that wherever they missed out on, they're getting it, and trying to get them back into. But my head was hurting me behind. It's like there's a voice saying to me, Rose, 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 you cannot let your other sisters, yeah, that took mom to Jamaica for the wedding, come back up and your mother's not on that plane, because danger, danger, red flags everywhere. It's been haunting me. No matter how I'm trying to like, okay, cool, I get to it. It's eating off my... So we had to have a family meeting. We had to go into books and discuss that. My mom can't stay there because she ain't under no proper care. And soon enough, it's going to be a state where she's going to be back on the phone calling her children them to find money, figure out how to come and deal with whatever state she get herself into after we all had left, because she was adamant she ain't returning. So I made sure I was on the group chat, family group chat, telling everybody, listen, this is what I see. And when things go tits up, nobody ain't going to be calling me if we ain't put our hands and heart together and try real hard to get her mom back here. So anyway, everybody was a bit, not 100. Some was, but some wasn't. Some was on the same page, but some wasn't. Anyway, we all got on the same page, cut a long story short, and we all went in, especially my two sisters that was back there in Jamaica to lead the force of get mom home to UK, get mom home to the UK, or else we all gonna be going down the rivers of no return, yeah? And this is a slippery road to hell, yeah? So they done what they need to do. One piece of police been called, and you know, all sorts in regards to this man that she want to go and hook herself into, saying that he's going to be looking after her. So we had to make very clear that this ain't going to be the case, and her children have this to say, and to say that she need a lot more care than this person can offer, and whoever else is going to be in his team to be offering these services or whatever is going to take a lot more. And we give our description and our file on what we have of her mother and why we don't think it's safe for her to remain there. And thank God the police listened and came to rectify that little bit of scenario. Anyway, long story short, I'm cutting out a lot of people as I'm going to be here all day. I'm giving you, right now, I'm rounding it up, I'm giving you the bottom line. Because my mom, she never took it lying down. She carried off one piece of something. But I ain't going to give her no strength by going into what she going to. But if you lot know me out there, you might know that obviously I get it from somewhere. So it's like 10 times, yeah, when my mom kicked off down there and start demonstrating and carrying on with her behavior down in Jamaica. Yeah? Any road. My sister them stand firm. They stand firm, and they managed to get her back to the hotel, and thinking in their mind out it's peace and safety. My mom's gonna return back home with them on the Thursday when they need to come back. In my mind, I'm there thinking, the only way I'm going to know that mom's get back to England and she's really in England is when her foot come off the plane, yeah? And she's standing in Gatwick Airport. That's when I really know that, okay, she's back. And even that, I'll be a bit presumptuous because she might do an about turn, knowing my mother, and go get herself back on a flight, knowing her. So it's not until probably when she's back in the home, yeah, that we're going to think, all right then, we done her a bit. Because my mom is slippery like that. So I was thinking that then this is the episode that happened now on the day of travel. When they go to the airport, everybody checking in now. My mom says she ain't got her passport. Yeah? She ain't got her passport. I don't know the true backstory with that. But me and my sister, and I've agreed and I've seen it as well in my brain that this is what she done based on the backstory. And I'm not going to talk it as clear as, because I don't even want to give whoever going to watch this, them people, no insight. But basically, I knew that my mom done something with the passport and think, yeah, you lot Sterling, you're going to get me back to England, are ya? You're going to get me back to England, are ya? We'll see about that. Because she think she's overly smart. Okay? So when time for passport, they couldn't find no passport. She says she don't know where her passport is. La-da-la-da-da. It's like they pause at the airport. But my sisters, they went into books. And one piece of drama, we have to be calling through England Embassy, da-da-da-da. Chewy, one piece of standstill. Virtually the plane is on standstill. And when the plane is ready to move off, that's when everything... Mom's travelled without any passport to hand. She never see that, did she? She never see that one coming, did she? She travelled without no passport. Mind you, my brother-in-law to be faxing things back and forth. Loads of behind-the-scenes stuff. But the point of the matter is, when it boils down to the nitty-gritty, my mother travelled without any passport. Because we, well, I said we. My sister was giving them the tea to say, all right then, she ain't going, we're going. So who's she going to be left with? And this is the situation. She only not too long had surgery. We took her down for the wedding. She need to go back. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We can't leave her back here. Rah-da-rah-da-rah. And the list. Yeah? Yeah? Goes on. But all of this, she never knew that God was working in the midst. And we see her coming, and whatever means, we pray against it and all of these things. In the Jamaican airport, they said they never ever seen that happen in their lives of working. They never see that happen. Mom traveled and she ain't got no passport to hand. And the people over here made a decision to say, yes, let her through. Yeah, let her through. So when she has this saying, and she seemed to be, she's the one that's always teaching us and telling us, and she seemed to be forgetting it. When she said, with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. I'm channeling my sister. Yeah? With God, all things are possible. She never knew. She thought, let them steer the air. Let them steer. They think them gonna get me back to the UK. Let them think them can outsmart me. Because I'm the one that taught them. So let me see if them gonna use their little crayfish brain and outsmart me. Yes, Mom. Yes. Because we never left out the God where you always teach we both. We went into prayer. Yeah? Because we know you'll be left back in danger. And all kind of disgrace. Not that I'm afraid of disgrace. Me more afraid of the fact that what would have happened to her with her deteriorating and getting back herself into such a state that she wouldn't survive it. And I got this for some of the people them that's out there, that's in this family that's thinking, oh, I ain't gonna get myself involved, and I ain't gonna get my hands dirty. But when it comes to a certain time, everybody's there queuing up. I got a message for those people as well. You lot stay there and think we ain't seen. Yeah? Because if you ain't got nothing good to say or to make a positive input and trying to make sure the right thing happens, and then you want to go take yourself out of it. When it's time to come to skin teeth, and when people ain't skinning teeth with you lot, don't be there busting your brain trying to wonder why. Mind you, in that set breath, I'll say as well, it's not everything they're going to be dragging me into, I'm going to be dragged into. But this one, we had to sort it out. This is my mother. This is not just some one of the sisters going through something that you think, all right then. And, you know, family. Yeah? Because some of the time I'm thinking I ain't going to get myself involved in stuff. But even when I ain't going to get myself, when I see the necessity that whether you want to be involved or not, you have to be involved. I'll pull my socks up and get my hands dirty. Enough times. And I foresee it. Because even when the time when she was left behind and to herself and make a mockery of it, mind you, I'm not taking out the power to know that whatever God's will is, it will be done. But at the same time, when you see people playing fool, you have to have the discerning ability to step in and do the best, especially if under prayer and guidance from the Holy Father himself. Yeah? So that's how we get our mom back to Britain. For those who are out there that knows. And right now she's on a war path apparently. Turning up at my sister's house, kicking off. Money, 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 money. Yeah. But that's how we got her back. And I just pray, even this morning I'm praying, that's saying, God, give her peace, give her joy, give her happiness. Because I know she want to stay, but she'll be staying in Jamaica at her own perils, or whatever the word is. Yeah? Because without proper care and proper medication, it'll turn into something else. Because my mom would have like delirium, all sort of stuff would be kicking in. That whoever she wanted to be staying behind ain't equipped or knowledgeable. I ain't even equipped and knowledgeable when it comes to certain things that my mom needs to survive on a daily. Yeah? But it seems that's going to operate like he's equipped and knowledgeable. When people bring her mother, and she lucky we didn't press charges to say he kidnapped her from the hotel. He's lucky. He's lucky we weren't going for the juggler. And when you guys see people out there, you don't really know people. Be careful how you mess with people. Yeah? Give God thanks we have mercy. Because we could have gone for the juggler. And say, lock him up. He's kidnapped. And stick by that. Because what he done in the morning, gonna scoop my mom up like he know how she reached there in Jamaica. Take her up into the country, should I ask permission? Yeah, but to end this, however long this video is, it's the highlight, guys, and to give you the behind the scenes of what could take place in a family. And sometimes we like to brush it under the carpet like it never occurred, or just come when we're nice and smooth and pretty and like that's life. No. I'd like to say that I'm here to give the real tea. Even when it's my tea. Sip, sip. Just sometimes I ain't ready because sometimes fools rush in. Because I had something happen to me. They said what hasn't happened in years, happened in one day. I've had something happen to me that hasn't happened in some over 8 years now. Yeah? Something happened to me that hasn't happened over 8 years now. Whether I'm going to share it or not. Mark this that I did say. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Like, comment, share and subscribe. And I shall see you all in another video. Bye, guys.